reacting is very scary. If we come across aggressive on the call, if we come across needy, everybody knows what you can tell when you're needy, right? If you come across attached, that's the key word, and you don't understand the right questions asked, you don't understand the right tone, it triggers the prospect's brain to go into what's called fight or flight mode. Now, everybody on here has heard of flight or flight mode, but did you know that the salesperson, you were actually triggering the prospect's brain to react and go into fight or flight mode? It's not like they're just doing that themselves. You're triggering it by how you're coming across and what you're saying, okay? And that's where the prospect tries to get rid of you. So if you're on a cold call, I'm busy, can you just call me back later? Or no, we're good, we already have somebody for that, not interested. Or if you call an outbound lead, oh yeah, I remember filling that out, but I'm really busy right now. Can you call me back Sunday night at 9:30? Yeah, I'll call you back. Or if they get on the calendar, and let's say they book on Zoom with you in person, like, hey, I really appreciate the questions, but I don't have a lot of time. Just tell me how much it is, and I'm going to tell you if I'm interested. How many of you get that? It's because you're triggering that by your tonality and what you're asking and what you're saying. Now, once you learn what we'll kind of talk a little bit about today, once you learn how to come across in the conversation more neutral. What do I mean by neutral? More unbiased. Like you're not quite sure you can even help yet. You don't know enough about what's going on. You come across more calm, more collective, and especially detached. That's really the key word. You understand the right questions to ask. It triggers the brain to become curious enough where that prospect wants to engage. They want to open up to you because they feel like you might have something important. They don't know what it is yet, but the way you're coming across, you're different. They view you as more of an expert or more of what we call a trusted authority, rather than viewing all the other salesperson trying to pitch them all the time as just another salesperson trying to stuff their solution down their throat. So we have to learn how to come across detached from the expectations of making the sale and instead focus on whether or not we can actually help them. Now, do I mean when you get into sales interactions that it's not your agenda or goal to make that sale or to move it forward in your sales process to the sale, whether you sell B2C or B2B? Of course not. Your goal is to make that sale or to move it to ask, for smaller commitments that move it forward to that. But you have to keep that to yourself, because the moment the prospect feels that you are just there to sell them something is the moment, as you know, they emotionally shut down. And even the very best questions you ask, they give you 2 or 3 word answers and they stay surface level the whole time. They never go below. And then at the end, what do they say? This sounds good. Give me some time to think it over. I need to do more research. I'm still looking around. I'll get back to you in a week, a month, a year later, and nothing ever happens.